Alright everyone, let's give this a try. It's been a while since I've done anything on YouTube or much else for that matter, but given that there's some progress with St. Edward, Nebraska, thought I would stream a little bit or at least record a video. Show you what's going on. Got a little corn harvest going on, so trucks are starting to move, just getting everybody fired up. Probably get this combine fired up too. Got one other combine running off in the distance with the grain cart following him right now. Things seem to flow better if I don't run the combine side by side, because if something gets bottlenecked or course play, auto drive, whatever the case, it just seems like it's just better to separate them. That way, if you have a problem, it doesn't backflow your whole logistics. It just stops half of it in this case. So I need to, probably should turn my hood back on for a second. I'm gonna send this truck. Here's my other grain cart. And hopefully this field does a little bit of justice for what's going on with the map with some of the hills and the terrain and things like that. This is, although it's hilly, it's a little bit smooth right here, but there are some rough spots. What I might do, oh, I don't have an auto drive course set up, so set this guy up for course play. Copy his course over to this combine. And this is our spot right here. So I haven't really streamed like this for quite a while with the microphone and the sound and everything. You might hear some of my keyboard clicks, and I can't even hear the game sound, to be honest, so I'm just hoping it comes through as much as anything. I'm not running these 16-row Garinghoff heads. They were a little bit off in the i3D, so I had to do a bunch with the transforms and recenter them, and that meant moving all the animations and all that stuff. Because for those of you that know me, I'm a big course play and auto drive guy. I like being a farm manager as much as playing, so having something like that's important. And just for consistency of everything, running 40 foot. I run 40 foot for the corn head and for the draper. Keeps courses similar. And, yeah, especially like opening up a field, 40 foot seems to work a lot better, because then that first pass around course play has more space for the combine to scoot over or unload or do whatever it needs to do. So big on the 40 foot. I do wish it was folding. I like the Garinghoff because it can run on any color combine, but I do wish it was folding just for the road transport ability. This map's got power lines all over, and so yeah, it's not always easy transporting from A to B if you're using auto drive. Trailers work okay, but I haven't had the best luck with header trailers. So we just kind of make do. You can see the corn is a little green right now. And that is on purpose. It is early September, so I'm calling this a wet corn harvest, if you will. But I'm always tinkering, whether it's with the map or with anything in the game. As you can see, like with this tractor, Acres logo on it. Just got a little iPad I threw up there, radio, just little things. I don't typically play or drive any one piece of equipment for very long, but if in the off chance that I do, I just like having the cab feeling real, and so throwing a radio and different things like that in is certainly a help. Haven't had to mess with this, or haven't gotten to mess with this quite yet, so this is one of the few things I haven't touched, but this just recently got released. Threw some logos on these trucks. Some guys give me grief for running these Mack trucks, but I think they're kind of sharp. Maybe not a lot of farmers that run these trucks for their operation, but I think they look good. Nice cab, of course, because Giants did it all up. Well, yeah, I guess I haven't messed with this cab either, so I say something, then I contradict myself. This one I haven't really touched. But I do try to play somewhat realistic. This is a map save I've been playing on for quite a while. I think I got, what, 800 or 900 hours on this, and it's just, once you know how to update save games as the map changes, update the save game to what makes sense. Terrain changes, texture changes, things like that. Some of that doesn't always directly translate into a new save game, but you can do quite a bit. Fruit density files, things like that. Sometimes it takes a little effort, but you can continuously update the map while you're playing on it, and that's what I've done. So, but no, I tried to make the economy as realistic as I could, and then what I did is I factored it up exactly 3x from what I would consider realistic values. So you're farming 1,000 acres on this map. It wouldn't take you as long as it would in real life for 1,000 acres, but you get 3 times the margin, 3 times the financial benefit. So as far as growing the farm, won't take nearly as long to grow, and of course 800, maybe I'm close to 900 hours on this map right now, and built this farm up pretty good. Obviously running 2 combines. I think I've got a chopper and several trucks, and actually could give a quick map tour. So quick bin site that I made. It's on a little bit of a slope, similar to what this farm is in real life. This is it's not perfect, but this is based on the actual farm that's in this area. You know, some of the cattle barns, houses, things like that aren't exact. They're just not the exact replicas, and to be honest, I don't know much in Blender, but without being a Blender guy, just messing with Giants and i3Ds and things like that, do some of this together, and see this kind of slopes up. You got to loop around with the semi, and this is how it is in real life. Dump your grain and then move on. But this is one of the farms. I mainly just use this as a grain site at the moment. I should. Some up here. As you can see, I put a lot of work into the PDA. I like having these highly detailed PDAs, and I've had some revisions over time, but I think it's turned out pretty good. Where you know pretty well what's going on at each place. This is what I use as my farm. So I've got my shed, Quonset, and another shed here. So I guess I can go take a look quick. Nice thing about auto drive is you can get out and run around, and auto drive will keep going. Maybe not so realistic, but for a quick YouTube video, I can do that. So had a lot of help from Luke getting this shed put together, and he did all the Blender work, and I found some decorations and details and things like that. Put it together. I like how it turned out. Little conference room up here. TV. Lights. I probably need to fix that, but to be honest, I'm not gonna right now. So, little work area here. I got these crates because I really like I believe it's called the repair add-on mod, where every year you have to do an inspection on every piece of equipment, and then there's actual faults and codes and things like that that you need to fix. So I've got these crates lined up, so pretty much anywhere in this shop I can do that and get some more realistic maintenance costs and things like that. Got this older tractor set up. This is more of a haying tractor for merging and whatnot, so I got the tires spread out to 90 inches for that purpose. I do love this sprayer. I believe it was, well, it's Smebby's, and I think Kyle helped him with the auto booms, and I'm a big sucker for realistic things like that. So the auto boom thing, big fan. But I had a Hagee that I kind of touched up from, actually I think the model was from FS17, and ditched that for this new one that's much higher quality. Nothing too special there. Actually, I probably need to put this guy away. Done quite a bit to this. What was it? Skywalker that originally released this, and then I did my tweaks to it. I converted this pickup head over from 19. Threw some new tire options on. Of course, the Acres logo. Did more of a local touch for this area. And then radio. Didn't throw an iPad in this one, but some sounds and stuff too. I guess you guys can't hear the sounds. I can't hear the in-game sounds right now. House, fuel barrel, and then some extra storage. Workshop type area. Some nice side dressers from Luke, and then do run the 2 oxbows because do some trip chopping in the spring. I did set this up. I've posted about this, but I'll fly over there and show people at least. I'm kind of proud of this farm because there is the end of the map right there. This is not a functional farm like this shed. None of the doors are going to work. It's not meant to be owned. It's just meant to be viewed, kind of a custom little feedlot cattle farm. And I set it up as a sell point. So there's some static silage piles here, but you come through and they will buy chaff, they will buy grass, bales, so straw, grass, windrow, that sort of thing. And then maybe this is oversized, but then in turn, you can come by, purchase slurry from them or purchase solid manure from them and put it back out on your fields. So it's not like a production where you have to put in so much silage to get so much manure or silage. It just, yeah, you can sell some of this, you can buy some of that. Keep a lot of my trucks and trailers back here. That's not very cleaned up, so we won't talk about that too much. So got a quarter here, got both combines working on it now. Good enough corn, 16-row corn head. He can't break through. I should. Did I get this? Maybe I didn't get that truck started very well. Let's take a look at him. Excuse me, the tractor, not the truck. Yeah, I don't think he's very happy, so. Oops. Apologize for that. This off, HUD on. There we go. Now you're not blocked. I can send you. We'll run down here real quick. Go in the cab, and I'm just going to clean the windows so you guys can see a little bit better some of the terrain. Just how it kind of bobs and rolls, and there's, in the bottoms, there's some washes and ditches, and then you got some nice hills to climb. This is not the most hilly field in the map by any means. This is average, maybe a little bit below average as far as terrain goes, but really nice, interesting terrain no matter where you're going in the field. And with some of the stuff I did to the DEM, all these like washes and things like that should follow the natural water patterns of the terrain. So pretty cool. Add some life to the map, I would say. So, not bad for running FPS. Got my graphics cranked pretty good. I wonder why he isn't wanting to go. I'm just gonna do this old-fashioned way for now. Oh, I had this issue a minute ago. I think the cart's actually too tall for where that unloading point is set on this combine. I haven't experienced that with many machines, but yeah, there. If I get over to a lower point, it will unload. Don't do that. Come on, course play. Don't like that. See, it's always something. Now I'm tempted to just try to fix this or change my cart out or do something. But for the sake of the stream. So we'll let him unload a little bit. Here's a really cool spot. So you see, like, the textures don't always show it great, but we're in a lower spot in the field, and water does as water does, and it's going to wash and move dirt, and that's what creates some of these little draws in the field, if you will. I think in Iowa they plant a lot of these to grass, but in this area, this is how they do it. They just farm right through it. So this is accurate to the St. Ed area. But wanted to keep this short and sweet today, so maybe that's where I will wrap up the video. So, hope you enjoyed. I'm going to grab a quick screenshot here for a thumbnail. We'll be on our way. Thanks for watching.